Hey, everybody.
Hey, Tammy. Hey, everybody. Hey, Lori's World. Hey, Troy Sutton. Hope
Hi,
you guys are
everyone.
doing well.
It's so good to see you.
Good to see you too. We're back.
I know it. It feels like it's been longer than just 2 weeks to me.
It does. It does.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
it worked out, I have to say.
Mm-hmm. How are you doing over there with the no water scenario?
We're doing.
You're doing.
um,
Yeah.
like I was telling you a few minutes ago, the hardest part is the food preservation because without running hot water, I feel like
Mm-hmm.
I have to boil water and sterilize everything to make sure
Mm-hmm.
we're okay. Because I'm trying to can, nothing
Yeah.
major, small batches.
Yeah. Hey,
Um,
Travels and Gardening with DJ.
but I've been sterilizing jars for canning even when you don't have
Mm-hmm.
to because the
Yeah.
processing is over a certain time,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because I just feel better doing it. I don't want to poison
Mhm.
us.
I love that idea. And this is so everyone that's joining in or watching the replay or whatever, September is Preparedness Month. And I do want to give a shout out to Michelle over at Big Valley Living because she is hosting the 30 Days of Preparedness collaboration. So many great ideas coming over there. So many great reminders for the things that we need to be looking into. And Lisa, I feel like the lessons learned with the no water, like people think, well, so we used to be on hauled water, so we had to haul our water. We didn't have, city water, but it came through our pipes. Like it's in the cistern, it comes up through the pipes. You have water. There's really not much of a difference between the water coming into your house versus somebody that's in town.
And you
Um,
have hot water too because it goes
and
through your
hot
hot
water.
water heater.
Yes, ma'am. Hot water too. And the thing is, you just got to make sure you keep the cistern full. So there's that. But this is a whole new ball game. When you don't have water coming out of your pipes, that is something that you definitely notice, right?
Yeah, and so here's our conundrum. And it's going to sound weird, but it's true. So we always haul water.
Mm-hmm.
Always, and we do that because we try to be kind to the well because we know that the water table doesn't get replenished because we don't
Mm-hmm.
get rain.
Yeah.
So, we've always done that for the gardens and the animals. Even in winter, we'll do it. And so one of the things is the tanks that we use,
Mm-hmm.
because they're not a cistern, they're above ground. We're getting well water and they turn green when it's hot.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we don't feel comfortable drinking any of the water that we're hauling
Mm-hmm.
because it um no matter what you do, you get those green particles in there, and we
Yep.
don't feel we can get it clean enough. Now, we
Mm-hmm.
clean them regularly with vinegar and bleach and stuff like that, and it does well for the animals, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
They can tolerate a little bit of something, something because they eat mud and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
But humans, I don't want to get us sick. So we went
Yeah.
to look at another tank that would be smaller and easier for us to clean.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the price. So
Mm-hmm.
we decided against it. So right now we have two 5-gallon jugs that we go to the store every day or every other day and fill.
Mm-hmm.
And that's drinking water, food preserving water, hand washing water, all that
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of it is not potable, and we just use it for flushing and stuff, in showers. But
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that we did is we ordered a solar shower the minute we lost water, and we're glad we
Mm-hmm.
did because it's been a lifesaver.
Hey, Lisa, I was going to ask you to share the Amazon link for how we could purchase the shower that you're using. I'd really like to have that in my preps.
Okay. It's
Jennifer,
actually cheap. It's $40.
awesome.
Let me look up real quick here.
Thank you, Jennifer. She's awesome. Did you see what
We're
she said? She ran into the needed a new
Yeah.
well water pump scenario.
Yeah,
Yours
we
is more severe, but
well, we've had that before though, you know what I mean?
mhm,
Where
I
pipes
remember
broke
that.
next door and we needed a new well pump.
Hey, Heather.
Let me just look it up. Actually, it's 35.94. So
Yeah, that's an awesome. I mean, since we're in like the month of preparedness. Hey, Christine, good to see you. Since we're in the and I see Gail Broken Hearts Ministry. Thank you for coming in, guys.
hey,
I hope that we share a lot of valuable content today because I really want to talk about all of the preparedness things. Since this is the month for us to kind of nerd out on it,
yep.
like everybody should be nerding out on it. Um,
Well, you keep talking while I'm looking because I can't do two things
okay.
at once sometimes.
And when you're talking about like water and water usage, I feel like Lisa, if SHTF ever comes, like you're going to be like, yeah, no water. We know exactly what to do. And we have the stuff.
We'll know how to shower.
You're going to know how to shower. And not only that, like washing the dishes, like all
Yeah.
of those things, the using the very little bit of water when you have very little bit of water, you're going to have it nailed.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you've camped, right?
Mhm.
That's
Yeah. We have a
okay.
Berkey. I love our Berkey. We're on well water and I haven't had our well water tested. So for the well water, I always use the Berkey for all the
Yep.
water that for coffee, tea, cooking noodles or potatoes or what have you. Hey, Aiden. I use my Berkey. And then we also have, let's see if I have them handy because I'm nerding out on stuff this month. We have this chemical treatment, these for the water. I've
Yep.
got I got several of these guys. But we don't have there are life straws out there. Hey Gwen, Broke Cowgirl Homestead, good to see you.
Hey, Gwen.
There are life straws out there. We don't have any of those. Like I would say water wise, we could upgrade our get some life straws for, if we had to travel or something.
Yep.
And also, we're talking about getting like some the big water. What do you call those darn things? CB. What are they? CDB totes,
IBC totes
IBC
or
totes.
water tank and water totes.
Yeah, we're talking about getting some of those, some more like rain catchment. Hey, Nancy, our treasured home. Good to see you.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
other thing is you got to make sure you've got a lot of vinegar on
Hmm.
hand.
Hmm.
And the reason why is because you've got to be able to clean it.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, you
No,
could
I
always
mean, yeah,
pour
I
it.
do, but how do you do that with the IBC totes? They're just so huge. Like, what do
We have a dedicated broom or scrub brush on a long stick.
uh-huh.
You can't reach all of it, but what we do is we try to put vinegar in there,
Uh-huh.
and then splash that around, let it sit, scrub it,
Mhm.
rinse it.
Yeah.
Like I said, you would still have to boil it.
Hmm. Yeah. That is like video worthy, by the way, Lisa. Just saying.
I left a comment on one of your things and said, "Did you make a video?"
I did too. You're talking about my zucchini lasagna?
Yeah.
I did. It's going to be like a collage of different fall meals, but it's going to be in there.
There's the affiliate link for the shower
Thank you.
you
Thank
were
you. I'm
asking
going to be
for.
coming back here afterwards and I'm going to be buying that. I want to add that to our preps. That would
I
be.
mean, for $35, it's been a total lifesaver. It
Mhm,
won't go bad.
mhm.
We're using non-potable water in it, and so we were noticing some stuff inside of it, and we just cleaned it out, and it cleaned out beautifully.
Nice. Nice. And yeah, I love that. Um, it does it, so it warms up the water well too. Like, how is temperature of the water wise?
So, the day that I went to my friend's house to help her can, we were in the 50s that night.
Hmm.
So, in the morning when I showered, it was very
Hmm.
cool.
I could imagine.
However, what we normally do, I think that was because Ryan showered the night before and I didn't
Hmm.
feel like it. So
Uh-huh.
that was my bad. But
Hmm.
I will say this, as long as it's in the sun
Hmm.
or you have the bag in the sun,
Hmm.
we've been showering in the evening, like right after chores, and the water is warm because we've been in the 80s
Uh-huh.
the past few days and will be this week. However, when the temperature drops, it still heats up to like 100 and something degrees.
Hey, nice. Hey, Blue
But it
Silver
depends
Light.
on the outdoor temps, and the
Yeah,
sun. Hey,
yeah.
everybody.
Hey, Ann's place. Yeah, that's
But it,
awesome.
but I mean, let's face it, you could bring that inside
Mm-hmm.
if you needed to hang it up. Now, I wouldn't hang it on your shower
Right.
head rack because it's too heavy. It's 5 gallons.
Mm-hmm.
But if you had to hook something up in an
Break
emergency,
something up.
you
Hmm.
totally could.
Yeah, yeah, I love that. And that's something that we don't have. So thank you for sharing the link. Everyone, the link to the outdoor shower that Lisa's been talking about is dropped in the chat. Let me see. Maybe I can go on my on my phone and pin it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to try and do.
Hold on.
I
Let's see.
can't pin it.
Okay, I will. All right, I have it pinned to the top. That's going to help me later when I go to buy it too. So if anybody wants a really good shower with, you've got a person who's giving you feedback on it right here.
Well,
So,
here's the deal. Like the reality of it is it like a shower in your house? No,
mm-hmm,
it's
mm-hmm,
not.
yeah,
But does it get the job done and does it get you clean when you don't have one? Yes.
mm-hmm, yeah,
So that's the deal. And I will always take I mean, I took a fire hose shower by the back of the truck with the pump right
mm-hmm,
after we pumped water and it was freezing. I don't
mm,
care. I took it.
yeah.
Why? Because I
Got to
needed a
do what you
shower.
got to do. That's right.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not a picky person, is what I'm saying.
Yep. Yep.
If I do what I got to do, and I'll freeze, and
Mm-hmm.
then I'll come in and wrap up in a blanket and warm up.
That's right.
You
Mm-hmm.
know,
And it's important, like the whole cleanliness thing, when you think about what's in your preps and are you, as far as you're managing your preparedness things, it's good to make sure you have a way to do things like that. Just for what if you had, open wounds or cuts on you or something, and you needed to make sure you're just all over clean.
even if you don't, you
Hey,
can
PJ.
develop a skin infection.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really, really important because you don't need to invite issues.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
I
Good
mean, we're
point.
getting filthy every day, and you can invite athlete's foot, you can
Yeah.
invite cellulitis, you can,
Mm-hmm.
you know, no word yet, Gwen. I'm so frustrated.
When we lived in Vietnam, no fancy showers in the middle of nowhere. Yeah.
I have to laugh because I was showering the other day because we're showering by the cauliflower, in the garden.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really funny. I was showering the other night and the chickens were still free ranging. And, one of my chickens, Lucy, who comes right in,
Agree,
is,
Christine.
oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it was really funny because all of a sudden one of my chickens came to walk in and ran out because she got wet.
Aw. Hey, Susan, Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. Thanks for coming. Yeah, and that's even in your first aid, your for yourself, for your family, all your first aid kits. That's one of the things that you want to make sure you have in there is
Yep.
something to clean a wound.
Yep.
So
Even
I have been nerding out over first aid kits and everything. I've got my videos coming out on the 12th for the 30 days of preparedness, and
yep.
that's what I'm doing is I am really making sure we have first aid kits everywhere they need to go. And honestly, like there's really not that much that you'll find. You can find good stuff in a first aid kit like this,
Yep.
but you can also open it, break it apart, and put some things in like a shoebox and have that be your first aid kit because it's going to be more comprehensive. Um,
Right.
or just put one of those in there. But you could, take apart some of these little sample sizes and share them between boxes if you have a large enough first aid kit to do that. So that's one
And
of the things.
plastic totes are a good way to go because it keeps everything dry
Yes.
and
Yes.
clean.
Yep. Yep. Like this is the one that we'll have on the boat. So if we have any or the hubby has any injuries, like a hook going through your skin, or who knows what, when you're out there. What if the boat motor broke down? I don't know. What if you were out there longer than you expected to be? What if
Yep.
something happened? But you might want different things for different places, different scenarios.
And
So,
Blue brought up a great point. I can't talk today. She said we just discovered we need to add a lot, and so a lot of it expires, and it's still good after it expires.
mhm,
But you want to keep on top of it, and it's easy to use up the stuff and not, replace it and all that, and
mhm,
that's important to do. I have to do that in my pig farrowing kit, in my first aid kits for my animals
mhm,
and stuff. But it's real important to do all that stuff and make sure you have it.
mhm,
I know that that's one of the biggest things with companies that have first aid kits on hand
mhm.
is they usually charge somebody with the job of making sure everything's in the first aid kit because they can get in trouble if they don't have a full
Oh yeah.
first aid kit.
Mhm,
We always have a ton of first aid kits in the house. Ryan will buy them when he sees them on sale or he sees a good kit and all that, and then brings them
mhm.
home.
Yep.
And
And I'll bet you that you say I don't have a first aid kit, but you probably have first aid stuff like in the medicine cabinet,
yep,
under the sink, in the other bigger cabinet. Um, and that's what I have been trying to, because it can end up going there, if you get things, or if you go and you purchase a bunch of stuff and you don't have time to like sort it and separate it. Um, Yep, keep kits in truck, laundry room, and both
yep.
bathrooms. Yep. Yep.
The other thing we have, and this is, I laugh about it. We have things for the animals that can work for us.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
we have scalpels, we have bandages, we have, vet tape, we have iodine.
Mhm.
So we keep
Mhm.
all that stuff on hand too. So that's always the backup.
Mhm. Yeah, that's a good one. We can't forget our animals.
Yeah. But it goes, some of it goes back and forth, not all of it,
Mhm.
obviously.
Yeah. Yeah. Which reminds me, I know we have stuff for the animals too, but I wouldn't say it's super organized. Do you know what I mean? Like that's kind of one of the things this month. I told my husband I want to get another bin for stuff. And I think I need to get a bin for the animals and have it out there in the shed by the chicken coop in the goat's pen,
If
so
it's
it,
too hot, you don't want it out there.
mm,
So I keep mine in my house. I bought it at a yard sale. It's a 3-drawer plastic chest.
uh-huh. Oh,
One
I
of
have
those
one of
cheap.
those, like right behind me. Yeah.
I bought one of those at a yard
Uh-huh.
sale and made that our
Yep,
pig
me too.
farrowing first
Uh-huh.
aid. And then we also have a tote which then has all the chicken stuff
Uh-huh.
and everything. And I just keep it in the house. And
Mm-hmm.
then if I need it, I bring it out there. Because I
Yeah.
remember Ryan laughed at me because the first time we farrowed, I proudly walked out there with my 3-drawer chest.
Yeah.
And I was like, "We're ready." He's like, "I don't think you need that."
It's portable though. That's what I
I
like about
know.
the bins. They're portable. And I have one of those, and I've been thinking about how I want to use, because I was thinking about using that for some stuff. Right now I have a lot of my, like the stuff that I make. So bottom drawer I have all of my tinctures in that. And then um, I've got some of like my salves and things like that. But I actually pulled some of the salves and some of like my yarrow powder. I pulled it out because I think I want those in a kit rather than in a drawer for the same reason, because it would be portable. You know what I mean? But I love that idea for the animals. I think I might use one of those drawers for that too. That's a good idea, Lisa.
Yeah, and then I also, like I said, have just a tote that I use. But we
Mm-hmm.
keep them in the house because we don't want them the extreme heat outside can be an issue.
That's a good idea to have small jars with cotton balls and everything already soaked in alcohol peroxide, mineral oil, or witch hazel. That's a good idea, Susan.
Yep.
Hmm.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. Yep. Chicken first aid kit. Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Mhm.
we did a collab on it a few years ago, just about, getting your first aid, because I know Gwen has it too. She's got her first aid area, so to speak,
Mhm. Mhm.
first aid kit stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I was this last time that when I got sick, when you get sick, you get when and you have to treat yourself, you just don't even think all that well. Hey, Huga.
Hey, CB.
And I was telling everybody I need to make a flu bag. So I'm making a flu bag. And what I don't have in the flu bag, I'm going to have notes. That's one thing I want. And I keep looking around, guys, because I have stuff all around me that I've been sorting through. So I'm looking and I'm thinking about these things. But I do have like a bag that has like our dogs first aid, and I love that because I need to get everything together for the chickens and the goats, and get it all into one bin is what I'm thinking, or drawer, because it might all fit in one drawer. But I do have a
Right.
bag like for where all my antibiotics are in one bag, so we can go and But I was thinking I should put notes in there about what each antibiotic is best for, and I'm going to make a flu bag so that has notes in there too, right? Because
Right.
just in case, because when you get sick, even if you're the person that normally treats everybody, you're not exactly at the top of your game, especially the first, 3 days. If it's one of those that lasts forever, like what I have right now.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, is like um you really for
Mhm.
me, preparedness is just, it gives us peace of mind.
It does. I'm going to feel so good. I'm already so happy that I'm getting everything together. It is such a wonderful feeling. Our
Absolutely.
first aid sheet in the bag. Yeah.
I mean, I remember the first time the
Good
pigs
one.
farrowed, uh
Mhm.
we had colostrum replacement, we had baby rice cereal in
Mhm.
case we needed to. We had like everything. Like if
Mhm.
one of the piglets got diarrhea, we had syringes, we had, you name it, we had it. And then I'd rather have it and not need it, which, knock on wood, has been the case.
Mhm.
Because when you need it and you live in a rural area,
Yes.
it's not like I can get it. I got to do a 2-hour round trip in either
Mhm.
direction to get what I need.
Yeah. You should do another video. I know you did one a couple years ago, but you
Yep.
never know. You might have something new in your arsenal there that you're using.
I will tell you, the best thing we ever did was buy the scalpels off Amazon. They're
Huh.
sterile.
Mhm.
We use them for castration.
Hmm.
Um, we've used them for bumblefoot that was severe.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Wow.
and that's just been really helpful, because you have something that is sterile, not going to create more issues.
Mhm.
I mean, obviously you could, but
Mhm.
we just feel better than pulling out some razor blade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Mhm. Yep. Yeah, that's totally, totally video worthy. You should think about doing that.
Heather will be on that next. Where's my friend Heather there?
Christine, I got a medicine cabinet like everybody does, and then
Yep.
I make stuff too. So I've got like I said, my drawers for my tinctures, and I've got, all of my salves and things in one place.
Yep.
And then under the sink, like when I, stocked up on bandages and things, but you start to lose track of what you even have. Like I noticed, I told my husband, I'm like, we need to go to the store because I need medical tape.
Yep.
I have old medical tape. I've got this is it. This is it for my medical. This is all I have. This is not enough.
Right.
And it's old. So, how effective is it going to be? You know how old tape gets, right? Like,
You have duct tape?
oh, of course, yeah. But I need more. You can always use more duct tape.
But seriously, put a roll of duct tape in your first aid. I'm not saying it's
Oh,
medical tape, but I
Lisa,
mean,
I'm going to show you. Here it is.
yeah, yep.
Yes, ma'am.
It'll work. It'll work in
Got
a
that
pinch.
duct tape in there. Heck yeah. And things like
Yep.
this, if you sprain an ankle or something.
Yep.
Um, but I need more. I mean, I don't have another roll to put in another one, and I want to make one of these for the kids too. That's the thing. Like, I want to get their own first aid kit that grandma put together, and I know what's in there. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I
Like,
know.
they have, and I've bought them stuff like this guy. These are all good to have too. I like all of the little small packets of things are kind of nice if you're throwing together smaller kits to go in your truck, compartment box or what have you.
Hey,
Um,
Alfonso.
hey Alfonso. Oh, here's more.
Yep.
We have sterile blades in our cattle kit.
Yep.
They are the best, and a sharps container.
Yep.
Coban tape and gauze to wrap
Yep.
injured paws. Yep.
Good ones.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Use the old for animals or other items. Yep. Yeah. So
Good stuff.
that's been fun. And it is. And it is I'm feeling so great about just yep. A Mimi first aid kit. That's right. Talk about ease of mind to know that you've made the first aid kit for your daughters and
A
for your
Mimi
daughter
Boo
or
Boo
your
kit.
son's house.
A Mimi Boo Boo kit.
Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. With some of the stuff that I make in there, like those salves and things like that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's a
But I
great
mean,
idea.
even the regular, kit, because I always, if I see any cold medicine for children or anything like that on sale, I buy it because it's very expensive. And I like to get the, organic stuff. You know what I mean? The
Right.
Zarbies. Um, so I could even put some of the Zarbies stuff in there, make sure they're stocked up. So that kind of it's one of my goals, what I'm trying to do. But I'm getting the hubby, and I would encourage anybody to do this. Like, you don't have to be the lone person making the decisions on what goes in the box. Of course, there's lots of tools online to check and make sure, check your list against. But then ask your spouse, like, hey, this is what we have. Do you think we need anything else? Because the my husband's perspective on things is always uniquely different from my own, so he will come up with something.
I was
Mhm.
I was laughing because Ryan just texted me, and I was thinking preparedness. We had something like 15 turkeys just walk by the front of the house.
Oh,
Preparedness.
whoa, right? Uh-huh. Yeah, that's another one. Hey, Robin. Hey, Uncle
Hey,
Al.
Robin. Hey, Uncle Al.
So, Lisa, I do want you to know I have another video that's forthcoming on preserve fresh.
Nice.
Yes, I've got another one coming. I've got a couple more things that I'm wanting to get into jars, and I'm going to be trying my hand at fermenting. So that's
Nice.
oh, Christine's asking wild turkeys.
Yep.
That is so
It's
awesome.
two hens and like 10 to 12 babies.
Hmm. Coconut oil for dog paws. Yes.
Yep.
Trauma kit. Yeah, I have a wound bin. I'm looking around to see if it's handy for me to show everybody.
Jump up and get it.
I know. I do. I have a wound care bin,
Yep.
and I need more tape in there, but I have like saline wash and washcloths, like brand new. So,
Pads for hemorrhaging.
I've got the pads for hemorrhaging. And where is it? Man, I got to tell you guys, there is one thing everybody should have. Hold on. Let's see. Told you all, it's like right here. Everyone should get these pills. And I know you can't read this, neither can I, but I was introduced to these by a vet that treated my dog who was hemorrhaging. And they are called Yunnan Bai Yao. I'll put the name in here. Ooh, a bulb syringe. That's a good one.
Yep.
Yunnan Bai Yao. Let me show you what they look like. You're gonna be missing one, but well, shoot. Okay. You can see they're kind of cracked open. She didn't take them all. She's a little bitty old dog.
Hey,
Right
Marty.
here in the very middle, do you see that hole? Is
Hmm.
a little red pill. My dog was little. This was Girlfriend, the one that passed not too long ago. She was hemorrhaging. She was like throwing up blood for days. It was really gross. And the vet at her weight, now remember, small dog. She was like a Chihuahua mix.
Yep.
And the instructions were to give the small center red pill and in the morning begin giving one capsule by mouth every 12 hours. That was it's on the little prescription here. The vet did this. So I researched this, and what I found out was, and then I also talked with, at the time, we were looking for a midwife or something like that for my daughter who was pregnant, and she does unassisted home birth, so she didn't use a midwife. But we found out that they also keep those pills in their meds, everything that they have, in case somebody delivers a baby and they start hemorrhaging. It stops hemorrhaging. Yunnan Bai Yao. Everybody should have it. So it is safe for mothers. And don't take my word for it. I'm not a doctor. Let me preface my medical disclaimer here. I'm not telling anybody to do anything. I'm making a suggestion and all that good stuff. I am getting another one of these or two, and making sure that I have those in my wound care. That you remember I was talking about the wound care bin. I'm going to make sure I have one of those in there.
Smart.
When I did research on it, everybody do your own research, but what I found out was this is something that is also used like on the battlefield. If ever there's,
Mhm.
a wounded soldier or something out there, that's one of the things that they'll use.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
It is. It's really interesting. So anyhow, going through all the stuff. This is my little dog medicine bag because I always keep track of it's a lot of the same medicines that humans take, but I can see from the prescriptions what dosages they actually gave to the animals. Ooh.
We have had like the one for repairing a broken tooth in our first aid kit.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like a filling. If a
Mm-hmm.
filling falls out, that stuff.
Oh, that's a good one, Lisa. I can't say that I do beyond like, mouthwash. And it's not even in a kit, it's in my bathroom. I hadn't thought about that.
Yep.
Cloves.
Great point.
Is a good point. You've got me thinking about like if ever we have a toothache, I always go for the whole cloves and then kind of bite on that. I absolutely hate the Numbs It stuff. I'll swear that makes your tooth worse. I mean, it is sweet too. If you've ever used that on
Yep.
your, it tastes sweet. I'll swear it always makes teeth worse.
Yeah, we always have extra toothbrushes too.
Oh yeah, extra toothbrushes. Yeah, me too. And toothpaste, but not a dental kit. Christine, do you have one? And if so, what do you put in it? What is your kit? You said, Lisa, that you have like if you have a filling that falls out.
I don't have a kit. I just have it's a stuff you buy over the counter and it's like white and it's a filling and it's soft and then it hardens.
Mm-hmm.
But
Interesting.
if a filling falls out or you break a tooth.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. A whole clove for toothache. Yep. Yeah, you don't like that stuff. Yeah, I don't like that topical stuff. Clove oil. Yeah, I always just do the whole clove. I mean, the clove oil, it feels like it would, dissolve or something, but maybe if it's on a cotton ball, I suppose.
I would look online, Christine, because I think that there's probably a lot of ideas. Like I have dental tools and I have
Hmm.
like I said, that other
Good
stuff, but
idea.
I don't have a kit per se. That's the
Wouldn't
name
it?
of it, Tim Perrin. Susan said it.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Susan. That is a really good idea.
I've used it before when I like, had to wait to get to the dentist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, look, it makes Marty's. Yeah, she has a reaction to that stuff too. Mm-hmm. So, Lisa, your video on everything, your garden, and everything that you have preserved this year is amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Amazing. I was
Thank you.
floored. And I just hope that when if you guys haven't seen Lisa's video, you need to go check it out. And when you do, I want to remind you, she's living over 5,000 feet. There is a difference.
5318.
5,318 feet elevation. There is a difference in growing things at lower elevations compared to high elevation. Like
Yep.
Lisa, from what I've seen, we call northern Arizona the high desert. And
Yep.
Lisa, what you've shared with me, I think you guys are high desert too. Would that be fair to
We're
say?
not desert, but we're definitely high. I get what you're saying when you say
Yeah.
desert.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, you've seen Flagstaff and Williams,
Yep.
but we call that the high desert in Arizona.
Yeah.
That's what
Yep.
it's
Yep.
referred to as because you get your pines, very few oaks for us. I mean, there wasn't a lot of diversity there. And
Pines and aspen, that's it.
mhm.
By us.
Yeah, yep. And
Yep.
it is so hard. Other than the water struggles, just the dryness of the air. It is so dry that it's difficult to grow anything. It is so hard. And I am just absolutely floored and amazed. Hey, Butler Family Farm, thanks for coming.
Yeah, I mean, I think,
Yeah,
first of all,
hailstorms, you seeing? Yeah.
yeah, thank you.
Mm.
One of the keys this year was we watered daily, like
Oh,
soaked
Uncle
everything.
Al says you're called Alpine.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That does make sense.
Daily, 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 and it's
Mhm.
old, let me tell you, it gets
Mhm.
really old. We've
Yeah.
been doing it every day since May,
Mhm. Yeah.
right? And, um, you know, and it's like, I don't know, this year just was an incredible blessing.
Mhm. Yeah.
Freeze dries food and not can. So everything is different at a higher elevation. So for example, if you are below 1,000 feet and you can something for 10 minutes, I automatically have to do it for 20.
Mhm.
So 10 minutes every single time I water bath can, I have to add to the recipe.
Mhm.
Boiling water takes
Oh,
longer
it
at a
takes
higher.
forever to boil water. Talk about watching a hot pot. You're just like, come on already.
Well, one of the things is, you wait so long for water to boil, but it also cooking times are longer,
Mhm.
baking is longer.
Mhm.
So I mean it's not the worst, but the reason why we chose to freeze veggies this year, not freeze
Good.
dry, but freeze veggies is because we prefer them. We
Uh-huh.
love the fresh taste of
Mhm.
frozen veggies. I don't like canned veggies because they're mushy. Not all of them, but some of them.
Mhm.
Um, Yeah, I do can, and I've canned some things, but I do like freeze drying better, and the reason why is because it lasts longer.
Mhm.
You set it and forget it
Mhm.
till it's done. Like I just put herbs in. This was funny. I did several trays of basil, dill heads, and some thyme over the weekend.
You're still harvesting dill?
I have so much dill, I had to pull
Oh
it
my
out because if it
goodness.
repeated,
Uh-huh.
I was gonna have to start putting it in my will because I have so much dill. So I cut all the heads off and pulled plants out and left one.
Mhm.
But anyway, the thing with the freeze dryer is with our dry climate, low humidity, the cool part is like our freeze dryer runs efficiently. Humidity, they take longer.
Uh-huh.
So I woke up at 3 a.m. and it was less than 24 hours to that thing beeping.
Uh-huh.
And I had to add because I forgot to add more time.
Oh no. Hey, our patriot.
Christine, feed some dill to your cows and they'll plant it for you. That's like how ours started, I swear.
Hmm.
We didn't have cows, but the previous owners had goats and they
Mhm.
fed and we had dill and it's gone nuts. But I
That's
love the set it and forget it aspect,
Mhm.
within 24 hours, very rarely 48, and then we get it all set. Thank you, Blue. Yeah, it's
It was amazing.
even though this year may never happen again, I am over the moon that we had this year
Yeah.
after
It'll
all.
happen again. Like you've
But
nailed
you know what
it.
I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying though. It was amazing.
Yeah, the pigs will do it too, I'm sure.
Mhm.
I never fed my pigs dill, but you never know.
So I have some dill out there that I think is about ready to harvest. When
Yeah.
you harvest yours and you're dehydrating it, do you do like the whole entire stalk and everything, or do you just pull off the little wispies?
I pull off all the wispies because they'll grow back.
Okay. Oh,
So I pull
really?
off all the wispies
So you don't
and
have
I
to even
do,
take out the whole plant, just pull off the wispies and it'll grow more?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I pull off all the little wispies, and then as the heads come on
Mhm.
and they're ready, I pull the heads off and I preserve those because I don't always have fresh heads when I need it.
Yeah.
So I freeze dry them because I can reconstitute them.
Mhm. But I could
Um,
dehydrate them too, right?
yep, yep. And then so I do those separately
Okay.
because
Cool.
to me the wispies are what you want in cooking. The dill heads are more if you're pickling or something.
Okay. Okay. Good to know. And I am going to be pickling some okra, so maybe I'll get some of the dill heads and put some in there fresh.
Nice. Have you pickled cauliflower before?
No, but I love pickled cauliflower.
It you do like it?
Mhm. I
Okay.
love it.
I think I'm gonna make some today. I was supposed to start it before I did the live, but I didn't because I was
Oh, you need
debating.
to video it, Lisa.
I am so behind on videos, it's not even funny.
I'm giving you like a lot of ideas though.
No, no, I know, but like I have ones that I have to get out for sponsorships and I have Oh, Alfonso wants to know if you're gonna do more music.
Yep, we will be. We will be. The hubby
Oh,
and I were just talking about that.
so it's 42 minutes. We still have plenty of time. I just wanted to actually let me answer Chris. I want to tell Christine something, then I'm going to go
Mhm.
back to that. Christine, one of the things you can do is plant your dill. I start mine inside, and then you can put it in a 5-gallon bucket when it's really bigger, and you can make sure you harden it off and all that because the heat down there will burn it up. And then what you can do is when the dill head goes to seed, what you do is you pick up the bucket and slam it back down, and all the seeds reseed.
Hmm.
Um, but did you want to talk about soap?
Oh gosh, yes, we do need to talk about soap.
Because we wanted to
Really,
explain
thank
what
you.
happened because of being sick.
Yeah, real quick. Blue, thank you for sharing this about the dill. I did not know that.
What is gripe water?
I think she's talking about what they give babies when they get all
Colicky?
colicky. Am I right though, Blue?
Wow, look at you, Tammy.
Well, let's see if I'm right first. May or may not be right.
You're welcome, Christine.
Mhm.
Plant a bunch of it.
Okay, so here's the deal, Gwen.
Yeah.
Soaping September is becoming Soaptober.
And that's because Mountain Grandma was really sick
I've been sick, guys.
and she needed to take care of herself.
Mhm. Yeah.
And
So
I told
then
her not to worry about it.
mhm.
So
Okay.
blame me.
I love it though. And actually I did let a couple of people know. Yeah, we were going to do soaping September, but we're turning it into Soaptober.
Like we did, yeah, last year we did soaping September.
So it'll be Soaptober. And I'm debating and I wanted to get you all's feedback since everybody here, I know a lot of people in the chat want to participate in this collaboration. Um should we call it Soap Swaptober? Because remember, I'm doing a soap swap this year. But not everybody has to participate in the soap swap. So I don't know. Maybe we should just do hashtag Soaptober. What do you
I
guys?
think we should just do, well, I don't want to pee on your Wheaties. So you
Go
decide what
ahead.
you're gonna
You know,
do.
I'm good. My Wheaties are pretty tolerant.
Um, yeah, yeah. We got
Well,
plenty of time because it's 4 to 6 weeks. You could video it and then post it in October. I mean, that's
I already made some soap and I started a video. It's not done yet because Lisa said, why don't we do this? And I was like, oh my gosh, you mean I'm not behind? I'm ahead. This is awesome.
you're ahead. You're ahead. Well, that's the thing. Like, I was invited to another collab, and sadly, I gave them the long answer, which was I can't do it because I just don't feel comfortable with no water.
Yeah.
Soap I'm not eating, and it's distilled water, so I could do that. But the other one was like a cooking thing, and I'm like, I'm just exhausted at this point from sterilizing everything to
I'll bet, Lisa. So
Marty.
Christine, that's one of the reasons that we this will be the second year because we did this last year.
Right.
So I don't know, September's all about, it really is like it's designated as the month of preparedness. And I kind of like it better for October because plus, since I'm going to do a soap swap, when we do that and we're mailing stuff, I don't have to worry about like melt and pour soap can melt. And that way, when I start divvying up and mailing out everybody's soap, or people start mailing it to me, at the end of October, beginning of November, then we don't have to worry about it melting. Even in Arizona, it wouldn't melt when you put it in the mail at that time of the year. We should be good. But Christine, the reason we're doing it is to encourage people to expand their skill set and learn how to make soap. And there's so many ways to do it.
Yep.
Melt and pour is, I just think it's a great place to start. And it's what I did for years. And I still like melt and pour, especially for face soap, because essential oils won't break down when you use them in your melt and pour soap. Whereas some essential oils don't make it through the saponification process for cold process.
And it's funny because I never did melt and pour.
You went straight to
Failure.
hot process. Failure. You did not. You made
I
liquid
did. Remember
soap.
the lye issue?
Yeah, but you made liquids. You made a liquid soap base. So
Yeah, but then it turned solid again.
well, I mean, you've
I
got to keep
tried.
that water, I guess. I've never made it. I haven't done the hot process method yet.
I would like to do it more often, but I just, quite honestly, the cold process is easy.
Mm-hmm.
I would much rather do that.
It is.
In fact,
Doesn't.
I'm saving marigolds and calendula, lemon balm, and drying them for soap.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's going to be fun. Yeah, Gwen's saying she never did melt and pour either. You can actually make your own melt and pour in the crock pot.
Yeah.
I haven't done it, but I
I
know.
wanted to make goat's milk using the because I don't have a goat, a dairy goat or a goat at all, but
Mm-hmm.
um Gwen and I have talked about it. I have that Meyenberg powdered goat milk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, legitimate learning curve. Agreed, Marty.
Yes.
Marty, it was actually a funny story. You know, when you go online or you're in the grocery store and you go to get 2 cans of green beans, right? And you go to grab 1 can of green beans and you grab another can of green beans. Then you get home and you realize you have green beans and peas because one was in the wrong place.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was online at Amazon looking at stuff, and of course they bombard you with things.
Hey, our Louisiana life.
Next thing you know, I bought the wrong lye, had no idea because there's 2 different kinds of lye.
Mm-hmm.
I bought the wrong lye.
Sodium
And,
hydroxide and potassium hydroxide.
yep, and I had soft soap and couldn't figure out why. And so it was really funny. What finally triggered me to think of this was we were talking with Tammy, and Tammy was talking about the different types of lye and how you use it. And I went, you gotta look at my lye. So after the live, I go running to go look, and I said, Tammy, you figured out my issue. Gwen does have videos of her soap. I'm answering for her, Heather.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a bunch of soap videos. She was also in September last year.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. And it's so fun. I love making soap. It's the funnest thing ever. Like, it smells good. You You can make it pretty. Like, I don't know. It appeases all my aesthetic, like, I don't know. All of my creative little ends just love it.
Yeah, and the funniest thing is, like, I loved my calendula soap, and I gave it away to everybody.
Mhm. Oh, that's great for gifts. I
So
have a
this year, I'm
Mhm.
looking forward to having some.
Yeah. Oh, and it's gonna be so fun. So the soap swap plan, everybody, is that my thought is, I looking around to see if I have one. One of those little mailing boxes, it's like $10.26 to mail for, like, high priority mail or what have you. So my thought is, I guess some of the things we need to kind of iron out, I need to figure out how many soaps fit in that box. And then if you mail me soaps and you mail me the $10, I'm going to mail you the soaps, like different soaps. So you could mail me, like, let's say you make, a big bar of like 8 different soaps or whatever. And you want to swap out 5 or 6 of them. We'll mail them to me. And then I'm going to send you back other people's soaps. So you're going to have a lot of different kinds of soap. But to be a part of the soap swap, you need to make sure you label your soap with the ingredients
And when it's ready, if you just made it and it needs to cure.
and the ready date, because we're all going to be making soap between now and end of October. So some of the soap might still be curing, but you could still package it up and mail it to me, and then as long as you have that information on there. So that's my plan. Is there anything I haven't thought of that you
A
all like?
lot of post office days.
I might be, since it's going to be winter time, maybe I could get a bunch of bubble envelopes. I just don't know how much the postage is going to be. That's
Yeah,
the
I
only
think you
part.
have to find that out first, because then if you don't get a flat rate,
Mhm.
it's gonna be a lot.
Mhm.
Amazon, Christine.
WholesaleSuppliesPlus.com for me. It's free shipping over $25. And I love their stuff. Really, really love their stuff. There's also a store called Brambleberry that
Yep.
has fun stuff, and I like them too. But WholesaleSuppliesPlus.com.
Yeah, I do Amazon because I get free. And I don't buy my I just bought my equipment there
Yeah.
because I
Oh,
got
like
killer
the box.
killer deals on it. But then the rest of it I get elsewhere because I use coconut oil, um, and all that stuff. So
Mhm. Alfonso, I don't have a gift shop or anything like that.
just to give you a heads up, 2 minutes, Mountain Grandma.
Oh God, boy, that went fast.
I know it.
Oh, bummer. Anne, are you in Canada?
No, turkey, I thought.
Oh, in Turkey? Yeah, bummer. Yeah, it does need to be US. I mean, I don't know what it'd be like mailing soap to even Canada. I'm betting it would be expensive.
Yeah, turkey.
Hmm. That would be fun, Blue, making your own lye from the
You
app.
too, Christine.
Yep, she's Turkey. You too, Christine. Me too, actually. Anybody have any questions for us before we end the live today?
So while we're waiting for questions, thank you for your patience with September and us shifting things. And again, that was because Tammy needed to get well. She's still not well,
Still not completely.
but we want her to get better. And I didn't want her pressuring herself because she will push herself to do all that. And we
Totally.
care about her. Yeah. If you go to mine or Mountain Grandma's channel, we have a playlist on September.
Yep, from last year. Yep, and this year we'll make a playlist also for everybody that joins in. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to get so many ideas, and the soap swap is going to be a blast.
And I did an equipment video on mine, and I also did just basic.
Hmm.
You know me, I'm simple girl.
Yeah. I don't know. So Susan's saying sample soaps are best to ship, and they might be, but I think it would be easier just regular size soaps because I don't know. I guess I could, depending on the size of the sample soaps, I would, not everybody's going to do sample soaps. And I use soap molds and things sometimes,
Mhm.
depending on what kind of soap I'm making. So I wouldn't want to like cut them up. All right, guys, more to come next week. We'll iron out the details before then a little more.
And I'm not being rude. I'm just keeping her on track because she's got to go back to work.
I have a meeting. I always have a meeting. Thank you, everybody. I hope you all have a great rest of your week. Thanks for coming, and we'll see you next week.
Bye bye, y'all.
Bye, everyone.